Hey, and welcome to my channel. This is Virtuosa the Goddess, and I am honored today to do a twin flame, twin soul, soul flame, soulmate pick a card reading. We're gonna just see what is going on with my connection and my divine masculine. Before we get started into the stones, I just wanted to tell you that intuitively I feel as though the divine masculines all want to come forward. They're feeling nostalgic. They're feeling like, I'm sorry, I hope she understands, he or she, my divine feminine, understands that we had to part, that I have to work on myself. He didn't want to break your heart. But he understands, and he wants you to understand that the divine made the major call on this mass separation, which there's no separation spiritually, soulfully. There's a separation physically. So if you haven't heard, since this is a no communication separation reading, then that is the purpose. Do not, this is the time to really work through those shadows and all of those fears and doubts and guilt and all of those different energies during this time, because it won't last forever. Moving right along, next booty on duty. So we got you want to pick the first pile, we have the malachite. The malachite stone helps with attaining goals. It promotes honesty, trust, being truthful, loyal. It helps with the heart chakra. It helps open up the heart chakra for unconditional love. If you want to pick pile 2, we have the clear quartz. Personally, when I wore the clear quartz, I manifested like the magician. Seriously, it was scary. I mean, it really like called in like exactly what I was looking for. But it's called the Master Healer. It absorbs, stores, releases, and regulates. And amplifies your energy and your thoughts, and it helps to align all your chakras. Then the third pile, if you pick the third pile, we have the rose quartz. The rose quartz promotes forgiveness, brings harmony, tranquility, self-love, and acceptance, self-acceptance, and opens up your heart chakra as well to bring in the love that you all deserve. Okay, so let's get started with pile number 1. The overall energy for your divine masculine behind door number 1 is the Emperor in reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a control freak divine masculine here. Now keep in mind, all the masculines collectively want to come forward. This is your divine partner, remember. His higher self, his 5D and above self wants to come forward, all of them, okay, no matter what's going on in the 3D. So your divine masculine for pile number 1 is a control freak. He wants to control this connection. Things are not really going right in his life, so he wants to control how this is going to go right now. Who knows if he'll be able to maintain that control? We haven't pulled the rest of the cards, so let's continue to pull. So upright, he is... Upright, the Emperor is, you know, a protector, stable, strong, powerful, secure. So he may be feeling a little insecure and not really himself right now. Because we all are, as a collective, going through different things. You know, Virtuosa the Goddess is going through things as well. And, you know, if we all mirror each other, then our masculines are too. So he's not really feeling really balanced right now. So let's see what's going on in his headspace. So he's dealing with some shadows in his headspace. He's integrating his light and his dark. He is working on himself. That moon card deals with illusions, fears, visions. It's a spiritual awakening. He's having a tad bit of trouble in that area as far as dealing with maybe some karmic issues, some issues with some past life karma, because we're clearing out past life karma as well as this life. So he's in a transition, and it's a bumpy ride from his ending to his new beginning. But he'll be making it out of that soon, because he is doing the work. The work is there for him to do. So let's see what's in his heart space. So we have the Three of Wands, but it's in reverse. So he's having a little trouble there too with all of the things integrating his shadow and shadow work. And that's a painful thing to do, shadow work. It's very painful. So he's having a hard time building and making decisions as far as his journey goes. This card is not really having to do with the connection itself. He's building that 3, and then with you would make that 4. So, but he does, the angels and ascended masters are surrounding him. Maybe he's having that awakening, but kind of resisting it right now. Because not everyone, you know, the feminine aspect is the spiritual side, and the masculine is the 3D, I'm going to do side. So it could be spirit trying to get, or the Most High trying to get his attention, and or his ascension team trying to get his attention so that he can get things in order for this connect for himself and then this connection. And then we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, which is another off balance card. So he just needs to balance. He probably needs to meditate a little bit with all the goings on in his life that I can see that's happening. This divine masculine is just a little bit off balance. There may have not been an equal give and take in this connection. It could have been, or he could be an earth sign. But the Six of Pentacles upright is the even give and take. Balance. But with it in reverse, there may have been some imbalance in the past. And maybe he doesn't want to bring that to the connection and during this next new cycle. And maybe the divine won't let him do that. So then we have the Magician. So he's feeling like he's not able to really manifest this connection right now because he's feeling like it's out of his hands. He doesn't really have the green light because, like I said, the divine is not going to let him come forward if he's not ready to have that equal give and take relationship. He may not be able to take the initiative right now because of things that are going on in his life. This energy could change today, this evening. It could change tomorrow. Who knows? And if it doesn't resonate, I'm sorry, but this is the Pile 1. So it just looks like it's a temporary pause. But anyway, let's get messages out to see what the divine masculine wants to tell you. So he wants to tell you that you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So he wants you to know that if you remain in that high vibration, it helps him to connect with you. If not in the 3D, but in the 5D. It urges him to want to move forward, to even contact you if you haven't heard from him by staying in a high vibration. I've experienced that personally, being in a very, very high vibration and maintaining that high vibration for a while does bring your masculine forward if he's allowed to, because there is a mass separation right now amongst a lot of soulmates, twin flames, soulmates right now. And that is for a reason, because the divine, I feel as though the divine, and this is just my take on it, wants us all to get to our highest God-like selves. And we can't do that if we're all entangled and wrapped in love and kissy face all day. Because we have bigger missions in life. And so we're being molded, we're being shaped, we're going through these cycles. Some of them are happening rapidly. Some of us are going through cycles faster than others, depending on, the work that you do personally, what your missions are individually. But all that is for the grander thing of becoming integrated and in union with self, and then in union with your counterpart. And let's move on to the next card. So let's see, we have the Divine Sun Child, blessings from the Sun Falcon, from the Divine Mother Goddess wants you to know, and it's the number 50 card, so that's just a few changes going on here. Just like all the rest of the cards, that kind of goes along with the cards. It's just saying that Blessings of the Sun Falcon, the divine Sun Child, Haru, son of Aset and Asar, flow to you now, beloved initiates. So the Holy Trinity is flowing through you. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn and without veil, just like the midsummer burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. Blessings of the Sun Falcon herald the time when your divine legacy is being born. Oh, wow. So divine masculine is working on that divine legacy. It is your time to burn bright. Allow these sacred blessings to empower your creative birth now in many ways. You are guided to let go of thoughts or feelings that it is impossible. Those negative or lower energies are too hard or cannot be done. Honor the need to create as a part of your natural life expression is a way for you to receive these blessings. Honoring the need to create as a part of your natural life expression is a way for you to receive these blessings. You are born to shine like the sun. You just are, and there's no question that it will happen. Finally, as our divine feminine and masculine unite within our bodies, a new golden consciousness is born. This is the Sun Child Haru with the eye that is the moon. And I should be holding this card up, and is the eye that is the sun, representing, okay, I lost my space. Representing the perfect balance of masculine and feminine harmony with each other. Oh, that's so beautiful. So that's just like this card. He's doing that within himself. His moon, his masculine, his feminine, his shadow side, his light side. You're the light, he's the shadow, or you're the shadow, he's the light, whichever, how it works for your connection. But the feminine usually represents the moon and the male, the sun. So he's also, this card is talking about that as well. So that's what you guys both are doing. And it's just saying, when your heart sings, say yes, do not give up until you have your success. The sun will shine on you, you will succeed. And here's an incantation for you. Haru, Falcon of the Golden Sun, my creative energies have begun to shine bright and strong. Help my creative projects along to fulfill in completion pure with your will and light so sure. Haru, the Falcon of the Golden Sun, my successes and winnings now come. So success is yours. The divine masculine is working some things out. So what does your divine masculine's 5D self want to tell you? You have nothing to feel guilty about. So if you guys have gone through a rough cycle in the past, have said some things that you regret, or have done some things, maybe you're feeling a little regret, you can release that guilt. Your divine masculine wants you to know that he wants you to release any guilt, any lower vibrations. You may release them. Poof, be gone. Okay, so we have number 33 as what you need to heal. That's creative energy. Number 33, the sexual arts. You use that creative energy, that longing for that masculine. You see how he's longing for his feminine? You take that energy and you create something now because the world wants to see it. We need to see that. Yes, that was a beautiful pile number 1. It all flowed together. That was beautiful. Moving right along to pile number 2, the overall energy is the Chariot. Up, somebody's divine masculine is in a hurry, child. He is like, what, my feminine? Look at that. He has, he may be a Cancer. This is the Cancer card. But look at that. He's already integrated his masculine and feminine. He's like, where is she at? I'm ready to go. And that's the number 7 card. So he's using his intuition. This divine masculine is already awakening where pile number 1, he's going through a spiritual awakening. This masculine has had a spiritual awakening. He's using his wisdom and mastery to let positive things flow freely towards him. Let's continue to build on this. So he's ready for his new cycle. This new cycle is here. This is the World card. This is, the Holy Trinity. His mind, body, and spirit is all in order. He's aligned with divine energy. Your union is advanced in pile number 2 with that Chariot card. There's victory. He's breaking down obstacles that are coming to him, towards him. He's honoring this connection. He's ready. Does the divine give him the green light to go ahead? I don't know. It's in his heart space. So he also is confronting some of his shadows. And in this deck, in this heart tarot deck, he's facing the shadow through an unknown door. He's in the green in his heart space, but he's not sure what's going on once he steps into that door. Will it be a barren land? Will you accept him? Will you forgive him for any past cycles that you guys have gone through? Let's see what the next card says. So he is ready to confront this, whatever has gone on between you guys. And he's ready to trust. He's ready to take that leap of faith. He's ready to dive on in. This is the Fool card. His new cycle is here. He is ready to make that move right now, baby. He's ready. He's carefree. This is a new beginning. He's stepping into the unknown. He could be traveling towards you if you're far away, but he's ready. Let's see what messages he has. Now, I will tell you, sometimes the divine will put a halt on things depending on if there's something else that's needed, because the divine is not going to send you something half-assed. I just can say that word. Okay, so let's see. Your divine masculine wants to tell you that as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So he wants to get to know more of you that he didn't get to know in past cycles. He also wants to let you know more about him. Maybe some things he hasn't told you. Maybe how he feels about you. The love and how deep your bond is. There's so many things that he has to tell you, and he wants to tell you quick, fast, and in a hurry, child. He's in the chariot. I mean, he's moving, he's making it happen in the 5D. Definitely, even if it's not happening in 3D, you should probably feel this. I mean, actually, as a collective, all the divine feminine should feel their masculine wanting to come forward. So let's see, what does your which card did I do? Okay, let's do, what does your divine masculine higher self? He has become one of your guides. Look at that. He's helping you along. He's supporting you in the 5th dimension. He's supporting you spiritually. He's rooting for you. He may be praying for you. He may be praying for this connection. He may be doing positive affirmations. He may be just sending you positive vibes, but he has become one of your guys. He's part of your spiritual team. Wow, that's beautiful. Let's see what the Divine Mother wants to tell you. The Spirit, oh my goodness. The Spirit of the Mother herself, the triumph of the Goddess. So I can see someone has been doing their work. You have really been doing your inner work. These are some really good cards. So let's see what the Divine Mother wants to tell you with that Oracle card. Let's find it here. Okay, where is my index? Index. Hello. Okay. Now I just saw it a minute ago because I just read it. There we go. One second. So, you're being initiated as well. Beloved initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspire action until the impossible happens. Aset has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Believe. Feminine strength with its endless determination is fueled by loving devotion. Nothing less than love would be powerful enough to keep you going on your path after you have tired of criticism or have become too fatigued to respond to fear anymore. Allow your heart to fuel the fire in your belly and let the divine love that is in your being give you the energy and passion that you need to pursue your destiny, and realize that it is pursuing you too. This oracle comes at a time when you need to know that you will succeed. It is a time that you can surrender and let go of attachment, and how it will happen or what it will look like. Even if it's frustrating, surrendering the vision to the divine fires, yet again waiting until you feel naturally coming together according to divine timing. The spirit of a set is willing to wait until divine forces collide and the miracle occurs. If you want, we'll go ahead and do this incantation of the spirit of a set. Spirit of a set, enduring and bright, your love more powerful than might, your triumph assured in any fight. I center myself in the truth of your light. Your love makes the impossible real. I go into my heart and feel the success coming to me at this time. I give thanks for your blessing divine. That is beautiful. So what do we need to heal? Pile number 2, how teachable are you? So that's the number 9 card. How teachable are you? So maybe there are some things that you have to learn with lessons in this cycle. And the more open you are to learning those things, the faster you get the harmonious union that you so rightfully deserve. Just work on your confidence and changing up some things. Get a journal, write your dreams. Journal your transformation at this time. You'll be able to share it with others in a book, maybe. So, yeah, be open-minded. And just switch up your routine a little bit, pile number 2. That was a great reading, pile number 2. So let's move on to pile number 3. You chose the rose quartz, and you picked pile number 3. 3 is one of my favorite numbers since I was a child. Your divine masculine is a manifester. He has the green light. Now, what will he do with this green light? He has the green light from the angels, ascended masters, and a divine to do what? We don't know, to take leadership. He's also entering into a new beginning. He is able to manifest and to control his destiny at this time. And let's see what's in his headspace. He's been suffering. So if you haven't heard from your divine masculine, pile number 3, he is the 9 of swords. He has one more level to go, which is the 10 of swords. He sees the horizon, or he may feel that you've been suffering. So maybe he's trying to manifest this new beginning because you guys are mirroring each other. Maybe you both are suffering. So this 9 of swords is one more before the 10. But it's also saying that, you know, he's losing sleep. He's having a little despair because of some things. Let's see what's going on in his heart space. So, he wants to manifest, but this came up in, this is this is the Ace of Wands. Okay. He's trying to manifest, but the divine hasn't given him the okay. Because this is the Ace of Wands in reverse. So he hasn't been given that green light. He feels as though he has, and he's trying his best. He's probably doing some candle magic. He's probably doing some affirmations. He's probably using law of attraction, and he keeps hitting a bubble because the divine has not blown this flute that way. Because look at these chakra colors. They're not flowing. They're coming down, but they're not flowing back up. So there may be some chakra imbalances going on, which causes them blockages in the connection. So that Ace of Wands doesn't support something that he's doing right now in his life. He needs to close a chapter. Maybe there's some cycles going on between the divine masculine, not between, but amongst the divine masculine and the divine feminine, if you pick card number 3, that you guys need to close out. But you guys, he wants to manifest this new beginning. He got his wand, he got his serpent, he got the star in the sky. He got everything. He got his staff, all his hair done, everything. So there's just a couple cycles that needs to close. They can be closed I don't know. Each individual is different. The process may have begun, but I don't know. Let's pull another card and see. So yes, some chakra work has to be done. The crown chakra, there's some downloads that the divine wants to give him to help him move forward. That once he sits and he's still, then he can receive those messages. Maybe he's overwhelmed with some things in his life that's going on, but he so wants to, you know, he wants to poof and be with you like right now. That's the magician. But let's see. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that green light from the divine yet. So just be patient. And I'm surprised that card didn't come out. But I'm going to pull some moon oracle cards for each deck before I close out in honor of the full moon that we're having. Is it in Taurus? Not sure. But I know it's a full moon. Your divine masculine wants you to know he knows this situation involves marriage. Maybe you already had a wedding in the 5D, or he wants to have a wedding in the 3D, but he wants to marry. He wants to marry you. Your divine masculine wants you to know this involves marriage, whatever you thought. So let's see. What does the divine masculine higher self? He wants you to know that you guys are so connected. You're so connected. I mean, you're connected in this card. You're connected in this card and in that one. I think that's so beautiful. He's so romantic. Your divine masculine is very romantic. Let's see what the divine mother wants you to know. Nourishment of the golden grain mother, and there's the key of life. That is beautiful. Let's read and see what this card has to say. Let's see. Mother of life. Let's see what she says. Mother of life. 109 is 10. So you guys are completing a cycle. That is the completion of a cycle. You guys are wrapping up this cycle. Whatever cycle you're in, maybe some when I say karma, maybe some situations you got going on. It may not be another woman, another man. You know, you're always going to have jobs and things that you do outside of the connection, but maybe it's something that's specifically hindering this connection that is still lingering. It says we can sometimes fall into existing and doing rather than truly living. We know that this happens when suddenly our life seems dry, depleted, filled with tasks, or feel like we're stuck in a rut or habit that may have been comfortable but is stifling and suppressing. Set the mother of life holds the ability to restore even the most numb, resistant, and difficult circumstances and people back into life. She calls to you now, seeking to bestow gifts of life upon you. Be bold and brave. Open your arms and receive. So the divine mother wants to give you. She's the sustainer of life. It says discomfort and unfamiliarity is where life is attempting to break through to you, to reach through the walls that you may have once created to protect yourself, but now you need to either climb over, demolish, that's that cycle, or at least open up with some doors and windows. The tricky part is that most often we don't consciously realize that we are not living. It is not until we start to live more trustingly that it becomes obvious that we were once hiding ourselves from life. So this oracle brings encouragement and guidance for you to learn skills and practices that nourish you and your community. You have the divine mother within you. How shall you offer nourishment through her? It might be through cooking, through learning to be more present in your body. That's those chakra alignments. And taking time to express your feelings or reality. Or it may be through taking a dance or yoga class, spending time in nature or with animals. Have you been thinking about joining a class or group, learning a new hobby or skill? She's confirming that you're on the right track. So keep an open mind to opportunities and further instincts about pursuing these matters. And if you're a bit worried that it's a stretch for you, that it's more likely that you're on track. Stay connected and give yourself permission to grow. So let's read this invocation to the Mother of Life. You can say this. Let's say, I call to the Blessed Mother of Life. Give me with boldness, courage, and love. Help me let go of the past. Help me surrender the ways that I have shrunk back from life. to protect and hide the parts of me that were hard to deal with. Let me know the fullness of life, love, and acceptance of myself and others. Let me just be with you without pretense or hiding. Help me to grow joyfully and be myself in the world. I accept your help and unconditional love now. Life flows through me full and unique. That's beautiful. So it's just calling for you to just be yourself. And let's see what you need to heal. You need to soar. That's the phoenix rising. There's some changes that needs to occur. You need to just let something free. You need to harness your energy and balance your life. See, there's a lot of meditation that needs to go on because there's some downloads that this divine masculine needs to receive and that the divine feminine needs to receive. So divine feminine, you sharing in this blockage, and you can aid this union by working on yourself and letting go of some fears that you have, and also by go ahead and walking through the fires, walking through the things that you fear, to be cleansed and purified so that you can be reborn. The universe has so much to offer you right now. And so many things there, it says the reason so many things are breaking down and not going your way because the old cycle of your life is completing. So just as I stated, you guys are completing a cycle. So once you guys complete that cycle, who knows what the cards hold? It's up to each individual and the divine how quickly you work through that cycle. So let's see, we're going to pull a moon card for each pile. So pile number 1, your moon for this new full moon tonight. Oh, yeah, my dog. Oh, I miss my puppy. My puppy used to right behind me. All right, so you have you are good enough for pile number 1. That is the full moon in Virgo. Heart chakra is open in this pile because there's that green malachite and there's that green in that card. So you or your divine masculine could be a Virgo, but you are good enough. So that is your mantra. So for this full moon, let's manifest some things. Let's help our unions within, which will help our unions without, by saying that mantra. You are good enough. So what if, it doesn't sound right and you're like, well, I know I'm good enough. Just keep saying it. You are good enough. That is your full moon card. That full moon came out just for you. So pile number 2. Can I get a full moonology card for pile number 2? Ooh, that's too many. But I did see what do you need to release, but it's too many cards, so I won't take it. I just want 1 card, please, so it can be definitive. Oh, and that card still came out. Wow. What do you need to release? So after this full moon and it's wintertime in this card, so that means you need to get your booty ready, because by the wintertime, you're going to have your booty curl up with, possibly. Look at that waning moon. The moon will be waning after tomorrow. After the full moon has gone, which is tonight, the moon will start waning tomorrow. So start to release. You release things during the waning moon. So far from what the cards say, you need to reveal your innermost self. Accept the blessings that the Divine Mother has to offer. Pay attention to your spirit guides. Release any fears or illusions, and just remember she told you to release how the outcome of how this connection is going to go. Your feminine and masculine. Remember, that was her advice. So yeah, release how it looks, how a union looks. Release that thought. And allow the divine to bring that in. Allow the divine mother and father to bring this connection forward. So pile 3, what do we need to release? I mean, what does the full moon deck want to tell us for the full moon for pile 3? Rose quartz. Ooh, a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. So your masculine may be a Virgo, or you could be a Virgo. But it's a time to give rather than take. And you may find joy in giving during this connection. So let's see how that really ties in here. Yeah, the Divine Mother wants you to give to the community. she wants you to go and enjoy life. Giving to others may bring you that joy. Yeah, because there's some balance that needs to happen. And that's going to complete this pick a card reading. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys feel just as blessed as I have felt doing this reading. I love you guys so much. I will see you again for another reading, perhaps tomorrow. Again, I am Virtuosa the Goddess. Please hit the like, subscribe, and comment if this resonated with you. I love you guys. Mwah.